welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over Supreme's drop list for week 12 of this fall winter 19 season. We have a pretty decent week for resale if you do have that cheddar in the bank. But before we get to that, let's just address the elephant in the room, and that is this shoebox right here. And if you don't know this shoebox yet by now, I'm sorry, but yeah, these are the Travis Scott Air Force One Cactus Jacks in hand, and you're like, what the heck? How did you get those? They don't even come out till this Saturday. I will tell you my ways and tell you how I got them and how you can get them in another video, so be sure to look out. I'll probably be making that either tomorrow or Friday. But yeah, I'm super excited. These literally just came in 10 minutes ago, so I literally looked at them for 5 seconds, put them back in the box, and now we're shooting the video. But yeah, definitely want to get into that. I'll do a full unboxing and talk about how you can get some on Saturday and maybe a shock drop in the near future. But before we talk about that, that's for another day. We're going to talk about Supreme's drop list. There's a few good things to go for. Like I said, you do have to have some cheddar in the bank, but we'll talk about that in a second. Overall, I don't have official prices. I have estimates. So what I say and the prices may vary, and that might change resale predictions. But as always, I'm going to go over the hype of each piece, starting at the bottom and working our way up. First up, we have the camo leather 5-pocket pant coming in 2 colorways, and I don't even have a price for these at all. These are hideous. They're literally so gross, and just by looking at them, I know how they feel, and I don't even want to think about that on my body. Like, oh, it's so gross. No resale on those. Then we have the washed velvet bell hat coming in 5 colorways for $54, and these are just stupid. They just look so dumb. Don't even know why they're releasing these. No resale there. Then we have this basic beanie coming in like 8 colorways, I think. A ton of colorways, it doesn't matter, for $32. And a basic beanie is literally the perfect name for this because it is so basic. Literally has a little box logo hanging off the edge. The rest is just a blank beanie. You could probably get a better deal at Zoomies at like a buy one get one half off. But if you do want like a Supreme beanie, then go ahead and grab one of these, but they're not going to resell. Actually, there's some pretty nice colors in there, so maybe like a second cart. Then we have the camo leather hooded jacket coming in those same 2 colorways as the pants did, but I do not have a price for these either. This one's not as bad. I kind of like the jacket a little bit better, but overall, it's just not really the design or colors I'm into. Another thing coming out this week is this Martin Wong collab, and so that's what we're going to get into right now. We have this Martin Wong Secret World rayon shirt for $158, and I think this is the only colorway we have in this, and it's kind of weird, but I kind of like it, but mostly I don't. I feel like it's a picture I would see out of like a literature book from like 8th grade, where like we show the picture and have to read about it. But anyway, as you can see, you got that 8 ball in the top left. It's kind of like an I Spy picture, but it's really weird. It's like this full painting on your shirt, and it's just not it. I don't like it, but some of you might. I don't think it's going to resell. Then we have the Martin Wong Supreme Ridge shirt coming in the 1 colorway for $98. And this one's actually kind of cool. It's got like this city with like this gun shooting off like a brick walled heart, and all this stuff is happening. Again, I don't think this one's going to resell just because it's almost $100 for this shirt. But it's pretty cool, and it's a cool design. Definitely not going to pick this one up though. Then we have the top logo denim camp cap coming in 3 colorways for $48. And this one's not bad. It's a denim hat with like Supreme going around the top. I kind of like it in the denim color and the red, but I don't think it's going to resell. And then moving on, we have the Martin Wong 8-ball beanie coming in 5 colorways for $38. This one is not a bad pickup. Probably a second cart for me. For resale, I do see it hitting around 50 or 60 bucks for the beanie, but overall, just kind of I mean, it's a cool design. I'm not gonna lie. I do like it on the beanie. I like how it goes over top of that, little flip up part of the beanie, I guess. I don't know what that's called, the terminology, but yeah, pretty cool beanie. Probably one of the best things to go for out of this collab. Actually, there's other things, but this one might be a good second card, like I mentioned. Next up, we have this pocket tee coming in 10 colorways for $78, and it should go with your basic beanie. Literally just a blank long sleeve. The only ones that are worth going for are the like red flame ones. But overall, if you don't have a long sleeve shirt and you want one, this is your go-to, but it's $80. Don't think it's worth it. I know over at American Eagle we have them, literally the same exact shirt for like 30 bucks. Not saying, hate on Supreme if you want a Supreme one, but come on, not really worth it, and there's no resell. Then we have this rhinestone script hooded sweatshirt coming in 6 colorways for $138. I mean, I don't really understand this one that much. It has like Supreme in the back, and then it has all these like twisty things, and apparently it's like rhinestone. I don't get it. I'm not gonna go for it. I don't think it's gonna resell. If it does, it'll probably be around $200, but after taxes and everything, you're not really gonna be making that much off of it. Then we have this leather collared puffy jacket coming in 3 colorways for $328, and this one I actually think is fire. I love that like plaid one in the middle, the blue one. I think it looks so clean. Resell, I don't see it doing anything ridiculous. I think maybe like $375. But overall, I think it's pretty cool. If I had the bread and, needed another jacket, I would probably grab that. Then we have this Pledge of Allegiance pin for $8. I don't know. It's a pin. I mean, do you really need it? And it's literally like the United States Post Office logo, which is weird because I think they ship UPS. Like, all my Supremes come UPS, not United States Postal Service. But, I mean, for a pin, $8, I mean, you might want to throw it in like a triple cart or something ridiculous, but obviously it's not going to resell. Then we have the Martin Wong Pentecostal tee. I don't know how many colors these are coming in. I only see the one right now. There may be more, but it's going to come out for $48. It's got like this barbed fence, sort of like a gate, sort of. I don't really understand this whole collab, to be honest. First they had the 8-ball, now we got this. I really have no idea what's going on. I don't think it's going to resell. If it does, $60, so really nothing after taxes and stuff, but maybe you like it. Then we have the Martin Wong Supreme Big Heat skateboard coming in the one, colorway for $88, and this is just weird. I don't get it. I'm telling you, I don't understand Martin. I don't even know who he is, but I don't get it. This one you have firefighters making out, like 2 male firefighters kissing with like the buildings in the back, and it looks like they're on fire because they're like darker at the top. Dude, I don't know. If you know what's happening, please comment because I have no idea. Obviously, I don't know, obviously. This might actually resell. I see people actually liking this, and I'm not with it. I'm not. And it's not because there's guys kissing, even though that's most, 80% of it, but like, I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. So resell, I see maybe $100 on this. That's about it. Then we have the Martin Wong 8-ball rayon shirt coming in the one colorway for $158. If the price wasn't so much, I think this one would be a good piece to go for. I could see this reselling for like $200, maybe $250 if like you get a small or something. I know a lot of people love rayon shirts. I don't know why, but they sometimes and most of the time pop off. I don't get it, but maybe something you want to pick up. Next up, we have this mountain crew neck coming in 6 colorways for $128. To me, I think it's kind of cool. It has like the little prayer on each side and it has this like mountain thing. It really looks like something you'd pick up at a thrift store and be hyped about that you got for $7 at like a Goodwill. But I think it's kind of cool. The design is pretty interesting. I don't think it's going to resell this week, but maybe a personal if you're into that stuff. Then we have this Martin Wong Attorney Street tee. I don't know how many colorways, but it looks like we just have the black here for $58, and it's not bad for a long sleeve. You could get this for cheaper than those pocket tees that have nothing on it. I really don't even know what the picture is, but there is a little small Redbox logo, kind of clean. I think reselling this might do pretty well. I think it'll probably sit around $80, $90, if that. So yeah, pretty decent piece. Then we have probably this is probably my favorite piece out of the Martin Wong collection is the Supreme Pentecostal skateboard, and coming in the one design, for $88. And it's kind of cool. It has that like old gate type look with like some address at the top. Like I said, I have no idea what this collab is about. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, but I think it's kind of cool. Like I like that skate deck. I think it's clean. For $88. Unfortunately, it's not like a $60 skateboard. I think reselling this will actually be around $100, maybe $120. I think this one's pretty cool, and I think a lot of people are going to try to get it to make a full collection of the skateboards, or the 2 skateboards coming out this week. with the Martin Wong. Speaking of that, then we have the Supreme Big Heat Tee. This is another Martin Wong shirt. I don't know how many colorways we got, but we have Supreme on the front and then this like design on the back, which is kind of clean. For 48 bucks, it's not a bad second cart. I think resale will probably be around $80, $90 for this one. It is pretty hyped, and I think that is mostly because the design is on the back. So it's not like, having a huge design on the front, which I think a lot of brands, not even just Supreme, are moving away from, which is pretty interesting. They'll have like a small design and then that same design but bigger on the back. I think it looks pretty clean, and I actually kind of like this piece just because of that little Supreme and then the design on the back. Yeah. So now we're going to get into, you have to have bank to make bank, and that is with this Rimowa. I don't know how to say it, okay? I'm not going to lie. Rimowa. I think that's how you say it. These suitcases, as you know, you've seen these pictures before. We have this one here and the black one. These came out, I don't remember what season, but they're insane resale. I saw the lowest ask was like $5,000, which is crazy. But the first one coming in is this Rimowa check-in, and that's the larger one, and retail is around $2,000. So you're gonna spend 2 bands on this suitcase, and I actually love the design. I like the other ones previous, the little sup on it, but this one's cool. It's got like the spiderweb design from an older sweatshirt, I think, with a black box logo, and I think it actually is pretty clean. If I had to pick, again, I think I would choose the older one, but this one is pretty fire. I think resale will be around 4 bands, which is $4,000. Sorry. But yeah, I think this one is probably going to do the best. $4,000 is a lot, but you have to put $2,000 in, which honestly, I don't even have that in my checking account, let alone save. Do I have that in my savings? I have no idea. I need to check my bank account, but I know I cannot afford this, so I'm going to have to let it sit, and it's sad because it's probably one of the best items to get. Let me rephrase that. It is the best item to get for resale. But then we have the cabin one, which is like half the size, so I'm like, half the price? Nope. So we got the Rimowa Cabin Plus little guy, and that is coming for $1,900. So literally $100 less, and you get half the suitcase. And I like the little guy. He's cute. I think a lot of people are throwing shade on him. But look, he's a cool little guy. He's got the little spider webs, and that box logo is still big and bold and beautiful. So yeah, for this, let me resell for that. I think it's probably going to be around $3,000. Maybe a little bit more, $3,500. I really have no idea on these suitcases because the price from the last ones were so, high. But I think this design might not do as well. But to be honest, for these 2 things, I have no idea. With stuff that has such a high retail price, it's hard to make a resale prediction because it's hard to tell what people will actually pay for, because for me, I can't even afford the retail, so I don't know who's going to be able to afford the resale, even though I know there's guys out there and girls, don't want to throw shade on y'all, who can afford this. So that wraps up this week. We do have this weird Martin Wong collab. Hopefully you like it. If you don't go for it. I would say go for the skateboard, go for the long sleeve. There's definitely a few pieces to go for. Personals, not really anything there. And if you have bands on bands on bands, go for the suitcases, and you could probably make an extra $2,000 to add to your little stash. So that wraps it up. Again, be on the lookout for this Travis Scott Air Force One unboxing overview video in the next few days. But yeah, good luck tomorrow, and hopefully you cop something.